Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes are faced with daunting challenges, one of which is successfully implementing the W14 design mid-season. Mercedes has failed to capitalize on the sidepod design for 2 consecutive seasons, but the team has taken ownership of their mistakes and seeks improvement for the future. Nevertheless, Hamilton has reservation about the team's direction and suggests they may take a different approach with their new sidepods following the 2022 fiasco and the complexities of the W13 design. Although the W13 issues have been resolved, the car still struggles with increased drag and reduced ability. Hamilton attributes these issues to particular aspects of the W14 design. Additionally, he expressed dissatisfaction with the team's decision to replicate Red Bull's sidepod design, which has proven to be an unsuccessful tactic in Formula 1. Ironically, Mercedes was once the victim of this copying strategy by Racing Point, known as Aston Martin. Aston Martin has since outdeveloped and outperformed Mercedes, leaving the Silver Arrows in a tight spot, considering the possibility of copying other teams' design to catch up. Hamilton faces significant challenges with the budget cap restriction and development rates, further exacerbated by the possibility of copying Red Bull's design, which has made the 2022 and 2023 car dominant and hard to catch up at the front. Hamilton believes that the team should focus on extracting more from their current concept rather than making drastic changes. However, in the short term, the team may need to consider making significant modifications to remain competitive. There have been talk about making drastic changes to the car to improve its performance, such as adding sidepods. However, it's not that simple, as the car's arrows, characteristics, and balance through corners are crucial factors. Copying Red Bull's sidepod design, for instance, may not be the solution, as seen when Aston Martin did so in Barcelona 2022 and performed poorly. While the floor of the car is a vital part of downforce generation, it's not the only crucial element. Red Bull's floor design is much more complex than others, for example. Recently, Lewis Hamilton criticized Mercedes for not listening to him regarding the car design. Given his extensive experience as a 7-time champion, he called out the team for being stubborn and continuing with an unsuccessful design. However, he has since clarified that he may have chosen his word poorly and reiterated his desire to stay with the team. Hamilton emphasized that he's not the car designer, but he's the gateway to its performance. He and the team are continuously working together to improve the car, and they listen to each other. They had disagreement, but they have achieved success together. Mercedes is planning on returning to podium finishes and becoming competitive in the 2023 season, given the promising result from Jeddah, where Hamilton finished 4th after qualifying 8th. However, there's still an issue with the car's lack of rear downforce. Last year, the car had too much of a rear end, causing bottoming out and porpoising. While the team worked on solution, they may have overworked themselves, resulting in a car with a much stronger front end. Nonetheless, Hamilton remained hopeful that Mercedes can overcome this issue and perform well in the upcoming races. Both Lewis Hamilton and George Russell have been vocal about their concerns regarding the competitiveness of the Mercedes W14, while Russell has urged the team to do a better job with the new design in order to rack up more wins. Hamilton has pinpointed a specific issue with the car's lack of rear-end downforce. According to Hamilton, this particular aspect of the car's design makes him feel disconnected from it. Hamilton elaborated on the issue, stating that they are a long way down on downforce and they need to pick it up the rear-end downforce in particular. The more rear downforce they gain, the more stable the rear of the car becomes, and the more confident Hamilton will feel to attack. However, even if they change the downforce, there's still a specific issue with the car that Hamilton has never experienced before, making him uncomfortable. Despite these concerns, Hamilton and Russell have shown a willingness to work hard to improve the car's performance. They have expressed a preference for the other setup during the race, and Hamilton has even left wondering about Russell's setup, which allowed him to close the gap to Alonso to just 5 seconds and almost get to the podium finish. It's clear that Mercedes is determined to address these issues and improve the car's competitiveness. They have made progress in the past, and Hamilton has noted that the team listened to him and take his input into account. However, there are still challenges to overcome, such as the delicate balance between stability and predictability in the car's performance. Mercedes remains confident that they can return to podium finishes and compete throughout the 2023 season. Russell's strong performance in Jeddah gives hope for the team's future success, and they will continue to work tirelessly to address the concerns of both their drivers and push the car to its limit. According to Wolff himself, at this stage of Hamilton's career, it's becoming increasingly clear that he needs to explore all his options, especially now that Mercedes has demonstrated that they don't have a championship-winning car in their possession. With signs indicating that Ferrari is lagging behind Mercedes in terms of race pace, it's intriguing to ponder what Ferrari can achieve with the right driver at the helm, such as Hamilton. Despite qualifying ahead of Mercedes drivers, signs indicate that Ferrari wasn't able to finish ahead of them. Hamilton has a reputation for being a loyal driver, always committed to his team through thick and thin. However, with his teammate proving to be more dependable and outperforming driver than Hamilton, even with a car that isn't performing at 100% potential, it raises raises questions about the situation at Mercedes. Mercedes is fully committed to the W14's new concept, and with Hamilton's dominance no longer guaranteed, it will be interesting to follow the situation to see how long he will remain with the team. Even if the car proves to be competitive with Red Bull and Aston Martin, it remains to be seen if Hamilton will stick around and fight for the championship, especially since Mercedes didn't hear his advice when they had the chance to do so. What's your take on Hamilton's perspective on the W14? Do you believe he's justified in considering leaving the team, given that they haven't listened to him when they should have? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below.